Well, good morning, everybody. We are on KETK Plus and want to welcome you in. We are every hour on the hour going to give you an update on the weather situation going on since we have the winter storm moving into East Texas now. Right now, as we look over Tyler, you can see we've got cloudy skies. We do have rain, freezing rain, that type of thing falling in the area along with some sleet. Temperatures at freezing, so we are beginning to get accumulation, especially on some bridges and overpasses around the area. Winds are out of the north-northeast at 13, and with that wind chill, it feels like it is 22 degrees. Outside the studio, similar conditions. We got wet streets right now. The loop is wet, but traffic is moving along slowly, and that's one thing you've got to remember. If you do have to get out and travel in these conditions, you are going to need to reduce your speed so that you can stop if you have to. Now, as far as the temperature at the studio right now, 32 degrees, north-northeast winds at 13. So far, we've picked up a little over 1/3 of an inch of a combination of rain, freezing rain, and some sleet in the area. In Longview right now, it's cloudy. Got some showers, and you can see looks like the streets beginning to accumulate a little bit there in the downtown Longview area. Right now, the temperature's at 30 degrees, northeast winds at 7. Feels like it's 23 degrees there with the wind chill in Longview. And as far as the rainfall so far, about 1/4 of an inch of rain we're approaching right now in the Longview area. So that's where we stand with our cameras. Meanwhile, we do have that ice storm warning. This will go until 6 o'clock on Sunday. Ice accumulations 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. It's all in the purple area that you see there. A lot of that is eastward into Louisiana, and this is going to be a significant icing event across the East Texas area. Ice accumulations anywhere in that purple area could be 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. Some isolated 1-inch amounts are possible. That's going to hamper travel, of course, but also as that ice collects on the trees, it's going to begin to break limbs. Some of those trees will be coming down, I'm sure, and also get some accumulations on power lines, so there could be some isolated power outages, hopefully not anything more than that across the East Texas area as that ice continues to fall and accumulate throughout the day. These are our temperatures right now. Just about everybody at freezing or below. 32 in Sulphur Springs, Mount Pleasant 29, 28 in Texarkana. We expect some of the worst of this to be up in that area from Texarkana into southern Arkansas and northern parts of Louisiana, but certainly we're going to get our share here in the rest of East Texas. Temperatures along the interstate, Terrell at 32 on I-20, 32 in Tyler. 30 right now in Longview, 27 degrees in Marshall, Jacksonville and Palestine at freezing along with Athens. In the deep East Texas area, Nacogdoches has 32. Henderson right now at 34, Center 30 degrees. Lufkin is 35, so a little bit above freezing there. Also in Crockett 34 and 37 right now in the Hemphill vicinity. When you add in the winds, there's a wind chill factor that is in place here, and we are seeing the wind chills making it feel like it's down into the low 20s across a large part of the northern sections of the area. 18 is what it feels like in Jefferson. Feels like it's 14 already in Texarkana. South of I-20 in deep East Texas, 22 is what the wind chill is in Jacksonville, 22 in Tyler. And as you can see, we've got the temperatures in the mid-20s down in the southern parts of deep East Texas. 26 the wind chill in Nacogdoches, 27 in Lufkin, 26 Crockett, and 35 in Hemphill right now. Forecast highs today, well, especially in the northern parts of the area, not going to get above freezing now that we are down there. The high temperatures in deep East Texas could get a little push of some warmer air coming in, and that will push our temperatures just above the freezing mark for part of the day, but then they are going right back down, so that's not going to last very long on those high temperatures. Sunday morning, our low temperatures will be in the teens from the I-30 corridor, where we'll see 16 along Sulphur Springs, Mount Pleasant 19, 18 expected in Texarkana, and the low temperatures along Interstate 20, Tyler 19, 17 Longview, Jefferson, Gilmer, Mineola, Athens all expecting 16 degrees. Deep East Texas, you'll be going down below the 20-degree mark in most places. Crockett, Lufkin, and Jacksonville will be 20, but we'll see the high teens in Henderson, Nacogdoches, Center, Hemphill, and also in the Palestine vicinity. This is what the radar shows right now, and you can see it's a pretty big mess. Everything is liquid down to the south, but then you hit those freezing temperatures there in deep East Texas, and it changes over to that winter mix. So we're getting a large area of that winter mix in the northeast corner of East Texas, stretching over into southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, changing to snow to the north, and they'll be getting some significant accumulations of snow up in parts of Arkansas. Also has been snowing in the Dallas vicinity. You can see there may be a little more beginning to move in there. So travel back to the west being hampered by some of the icing that is starting to take place on the roadways there. Closer look at our area. We've got that winter mix down through almost the Nacogdoches Center right now as having the winter mix, and also Rusk, Jacksonville, Palestine, those areas. And then northward from there, just about everybody getting that winter mix at this point. Maybe a little bit of snow that will be coming in. That mainly we expect to see that happen tomorrow as we approach the noon hour. Northern sections of the area, that winter mix, and we're talking about the showers as well as the freezing rain and the sleet. That's where you're seeing that pink area, and just about all of the area along and north of I-20 all the way up to I-30, and then points even further north than that. Getting that winter mix here along the interstate. We're seeing in Interstate 20, that mix stretches all the way from Van, Lindale through Winona, also Kilgore, Longview, and Lakeport, those areas to the east. Marshall vicinity getting that. We're also Beckville and Carthage, Henderson getting the winter mix at this point, and it stretches all the way westward through Arp and Winsboro on out to Chandler, Berryville, Jacksonville, those areas getting that winter mix as well. It changes over to some rain right now, mainly down in the southern portions of Cherokee County. So Jacksonville to Rusk getting that winter mix. As you get down toward Alto and Wells, changes over to liquid rain, or even in the case of Wells and Lufkin right now, not getting the precipitation at least heavy enough to be picked up by the radar there, but we've got more coming in. This is not done by any means. Futurecast shows that as we go on through the day, we'll see that winter mix continue to expand eastward, getting some liquid showers down to the south. This is at noontime, and we'll begin to get more of that winter mix spreading into the area as we see the temperatures getting down close to freezing, moving on into the latter part of the afternoon. Later on this evening, more of that winter mix as temperatures fall, and that's going to spread over just about all of the East Texas area. Some heavy liquid rainfall, perhaps down near the lakes area in Sam Rayburn and Toledo Bend in the southern part of the area. But then there is more moisture coming in from the west with that winter mix, and that's going to be spreading over the area into the night. This is when we could get some of the heaviest icing going on in parts of East Texas with those temperatures down, and also the layer of moisture continuing to drop the rain and freezing rain on the East Texas area. So expecting a high today, 28. Freezing rain and sleet with a wind chill near 9 degrees. Northeast winds gusting up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, the low 20 degrees. Freezing rain and sleet after midnight. A wind chill of 11 degrees. North winds at 10, gusting up to 20. Tomorrow, high temperature 26 degrees. We'll have freezing rain and sleet through about 9 o'clock, and then changing over to snow showers as you move up toward the noon hour. During the afternoon, much of that activity expected to come to an end finally. Northwest winds 10 to 15, gusting up to 25 miles per hour. And your next 7 days, we will finally see the precipitation out of here by early next week. Sunshine expected Monday and Tuesday, but it's still going to be cold. Excuse me. 10 degrees expected Monday morning, 27 in the afternoon, 6 degrees for Tuesday morning, 36 in the afternoon, and then 19 Wednesday morning before finally getting on up into the 40s. Might have another little round of some freezing rain and sleet coming up there later in the week. And deep East Texas, you'll continue with this winter mix through the weekend. You'll get some sunshine early next week. Temperatures finally getting up into the 40s for you there on Tuesday. Low temperatures, most of those in the 20s, but we'll be down to 12 Monday morning and 10 degrees expected on Tuesday. Again, we'll be back every hour on the air, every hour on the hour. That's our plan for the rest of the day, and this will be on KETK Plus, so that's where you'll find us. Next time we'll be on about 9 o'clock.